Hey everybody, it's Scott Steen with the winnersandwhiners.com coming to you from the Ted Leitner studio deep in the bowels of the Winners and Whiners Sports and Entertainment Complex to bring you today's Deep 3. As always, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and let us know what you're playing today. That's the most important part. Tell us what you're on. Tell us what you're fading. Tell us what you're tailing. If you're on our picks, if you got something else that you're liking. We got a lot of things going on today. We got the NBA. We got a little NCAA going. We got Major League Baseball. Hell's to the yeah. It's a nice Monday. I know there's a lot of action out there. Plus, we got soccer. We got hockey. So, yeah, let us know what you're on. I know there's some guys that are playing some systems out there. They've been talking a little bit about that. Share those with us, would you? And, you know, for every time you get it right, we'll give you the appropriate shout-out in the shout-outs at the end of each video. And, of course, don't forget to check out winnersandwhiners.com and statsalt.com for deep dives into every game going on in America every single day. Not just today, but tomorrow, the next day, and pretty much until the end of time. So, at least until 5G comes and then the robots end up controlling us all. But that's should be a little ways down the road, at least a couple of years. So until then, woohoo! We're having some fun. A quick recap of yesterday. Went 2-1 once again on the Deep 3 as we had Kentucky, who did not get it done. I may be officially done with fading Auburn. They are just smacking me around like a little sports betting bitch. So I'm going to have to take a long, hard look at fading the Tigers, or fading the Tigers from here on out. They got it done, man. They that was like watching a soccer game where one team had the majority of the shots. You spent the whole game down in the other team's area. Is trying. I'm sure there's soccer terms that apply here, but basically one team puts all the pressure on, but they can't score. The other team just kind of hangs around, and all of a sudden at the end of the game you look up and holy shit, the good team has lost 2-1, and that's kind of what happened here. You watch Kentucky in that game. For most of the game, they controlled the tempo. They controlled the game. Auburn couldn't make three-pointers. But you look up at the end, it's tied. And, and then they end up taking care of business in overtime there. So, congratulations, Auburn. Nicely done. And then, of course, we had the Texas Rangers Chicago Cubs over. That was kind of an anticlimactic bet. I think we're pretty much had won that one by about the 5th or 6th inning. And a couple of you guys, and I answered a couple of these in the premium side as I got emails about this. That number went down from 9.5 to 8.5, and I got to be honest with you, I don't know who was looking at that game with that pitching matchup, the wind blowing out to right center at 15 to 20 mile an hour gust, and said, you know what, I'm going to pound the under right here. That's what I'm thinking with the Cubs and the Rangers. The under is looking super good. So somebody beat the shit out of that number and pounded it down to 8.5. Loved it. That was extra value for us. We didn't need it as both teams got over the total all by themselves. But, yeah, so there you go. And on the premium side, we had the heartbreaker today. We had we paid the price for the basketball gods for us winning that Gonzaga game. I mean the Virginia game yesterday as we got the cover from Virginia. The basketball gods gave us the finger as we had the under in the Kentucky game, and we had it capped right at under 141, and actually went up to 143, and of course it ends up being, I think, 61-61 at the end of regulation. So we had it right by about 20 points, but yet ended up losing it, and still just by a whisker in overtime. Even that's how close we were. We even had a shot to still win the under in overtime, but it became a free throw shooting contest there at the end, and a foul-palooza, and that just never goes well. And then we all had the Kentucky under that came in without a problem. And then we also had a late night play. I like the Clippers and Charlotte over, and they pretty much did what we wanted to for the vast majority of the game, but they really kind of cooked us in about the first 8 or 9 minutes, and just never recovered enough to get that total up and over. So we go 1-2 on the premium, 2-1 on the deep 3, and on we go to tonight. First game I'm taking a look at is the DePaul, South Florida game. as the Blue Demons are playing the Bulls down there in Florida. And I'm looking at the first half here with DePaul catching one from South Florida. You know, both of these teams have rolled through the first 3 rounds without facing a team that's ranked higher than they are as far as net goes or as far as most power rankings goes. DePaul plays fast, and that is not South Florida's game, generally speaking. They're pretty slow starters in general, and they're playing a team when they're playing a team like the Blue Demons, that probably isn't going to help being a slow starter. I don't doubt they make the necessary adjustments eventually and probably make a game of it, and they may even end up winning it, but I just don't think it's going to happen until after halftime. I like DePaul catching one on the first half here against South Florida. And we're going to take a couple swings at the NBA, at the MLB here, no pun intended, as the Cardinals travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Pirates. 7.5. I'm looking at that total, and you know, it's a great matchup between Chris Archer and Adam Wainwright. It would have been a great matchup in 2015. After Wainwright threw 469 innings in 14 and 15 combined, he's surprisingly he's struggled with injuries, and his next 4 years he's thrown just 400 innings, including I think he threw 44 last year. Not good at all. He had Tommy John surgery in 2011, and he has constantly battled elbow trouble both before and after that. He was limited, like I said, to just 8 starts in 2018. On the other hand, Archer is one of those guys that you think has better numbers than he does, but he just doesn't. Since 2015, he's gone just 31 and 39 with a whip of 1.39. His xFIP says he may have been a little bit unlucky in there, but there's a lot of peripherals on the other side that indicate otherwise. In fact, he's worth just 4 WAR in his last 4 seasons, including just 0.5 in 18 and 0.5 in 17. I think you've got a couple pitchers that are vulnerable right here. I like that total of 7.5, and I think the St. Louis-Pittsburgh game gets up and over that total. And taking a look at the nightcap as the Arizona Diamondbacks head to San Diego to take on the Padres. Arizona sends Kelly to the mound, while San Diego counters with Matt Strom. Padres are a prohibitive favorite here, -154. And don't look now, but the Padres are tied for first with the Dodgers. Holy shit, just like the Royals are in first place. I've talked about this before. I don't usually lay big numbers, but I'm going to make an exception right here. Matt Strom may be one of the best kept secrets in America as far as starting pitchers go. I think he has a real high ceiling, and I think it starts tomorrow. Well, it actually started last year after the trade. He came over from a trade with the Royals, and it was a weird deal. The Royals loved him. He'd done pretty well for the Royals, but they had to throw him in order to unload the horrific contract of Travis Wood. So basically the Padres go, yeah, we'll take Travis Wood, we'll pay you the money, but you're gonna have to sweeten the pot a little bit. So we threw in Travis Wood. The Padres sent 3 bags of balls to the Royals, and yeah, on we go, and we lose a real fine left-hander with a bunch of potential. He was fantastic for the Padres, like I said. After the trade, they made a starter out of him, and he's got a mid-90s fastball. He's got a plus curve. He's got a plus slider. He's got a changeup that's a fair pitch. It's kind of a work in progress, but he will pull it out on occasion, and especially against lefties, as it adds just an element of deception. Merrill Kelly, meanwhile, the pitcher for Arizona Diamondbacks, spent the last 4 years in the Korean League, resurrecting his career, in which he spent some years in the minors but never made it to the major leagues. He was okay in spring training this year. He didn't miss too many bats, and he gave up 8 walks in just 15 in the third innings. Kind of some indications that he may be struggling, getting used to the major league ball again after using the Korean ball. There's a little different size and a little different texture as far as how the seams are. So that's a little bit of an adjustment period. I think this is a real good spot for San Diego right here. San Diego, they've been scoring a lot of runs this year, but this is a park that doesn't typically give up a ton of runs. That's why I was a little reluctant to lay the run line. I thought about laying the 1.5, picking up a little positive value, but I think we're just going to lay the wood right here, -154, and take Matt Strom and the San Diego Padres to get it done against Arizona. So, we play San Diego minus 154, Pittsburgh, St. Louis over 7.5, and the DePaul Blue Demons first half +1 against USF. And at the end of the night, guys, you know the drill. You guys can join me. We pick up our tickets and head back to the window. All right, let's take a look at the shout-outs here. We got a few, very nice. We're going to start with Cody L. Cody L says, it may sound crazy, but on NCAA games, I middle bet the game using sweetheart teasers and vice versa on both games and the NBA. The Auburn-Kentucky game was +6.5 or more. I got by on the hook. And Duke-Michigan State is +7 or more, depending on the team for both. So after yesterday's close games, I decided to give this a try. Plus, I've got some other side bets and stuff. All right, Cody. Good luck on that. You got to let us know how that did, dude. You got to let us know how that's going for you, and if it continues to be a success. Miguel and Nola had a sneaky bet NBA number 1. Dallas +12. Very nice. 12 is the sneaky part. Sneaky pick number 2. Bryce Brown over 2.5 free throws made at +100, and he was nice enough to come back and tell us how he did. Save my research staff a little time. He was 2 for 2 on those sneaky picks. Snuck in a couple victories. Nicely done. He had Michigan State and the under 151.5. Well done there. He had Charlotte and a sprinkle on the OKC under. Posting early, said I'm going fishing. Very good. You got to tell me what you're fishing for down there. And are you fishing freshwater, saltwater, a little brackish water? Are you trying to pick up? I did a little fishing in Louisiana, but it was all freshwater stuff up there in Toledo Bend, and of course Sam Rayburn there on the Texas side, fishing for crappie and the school in black bass. So tell me what you're after, buddy, and most importantly, tell me if you did any good. Hammer Hank, he had the Cards over 8.5. He had the Cubs over 8.5. He had the Cubs team total over 4.5. Nicely done there, buddy. You could go fishing too by about the second inning. I guess I'm going to have to take my horsewhip to the ballpark for all these pitchers walking these batters. Yes, I'm with you on that one. The Cubs gave away 2 games because walks turned into runs. Yeah, Hank, it's a shame. The Cubs, the bats look fantastic, and the pitchers look like they want to go. They want to bat. It's not good. It's the bullpen especially. It's just been dreadful. The Barham Dog Jenkins, he likes Birmingham -6 in the AAF. Very nice, my friend. Good hit on that. We'll have to see what happens to the AAF. There's rumors that the dude that actually just put a shit ton of money, like $70 million a couple months ago, now talking about walking away if they don't get some help from the NFL and let their guys play in the AAF as well. So it's kind of a weird deal. Stay tuned. It could be a one-and-done situation. The Legion of Picks, he had the Flames money line, and he said, just going to enjoy college basketball today. And we had 2 good games to enjoy, buddy. He's going to lean on the Duke under and Kentucky first half. Both of those were good plays, I believe. I think Kentucky took care of business there in the first half. Yeah, they did. Hope to see y'all at the window. Time to go smoke some brisket. It's a beautiful thing. I just uncovered my own Traeger today, and we'll probably be doing that again here pretty soon. Kind of a heartbreaker. It's one of the worst parts. I know I've told you guys before. A couple months ago, we went vegan, my wife and I. We've been pretty successful with it, but it's going to hurt come barbecue season, man, because I love to get out there and fire up the Traeger and do some pork butt and some brisket and shit. So, well, basically, I just have to look at this. If I haven't had enough over the course of my life, then I should have eaten more brisket. So yeah, eat some for me, LOP. Diamond Air Productions, he had the under in the Duke game. He had Michigan State, and he had under in the OKC game. Nice job, my friend. The astute Aardvark said, yes, the third time thing needs to die. Absolutely. And we could have made a lot bigger deal about it if Kentucky would have been able to beat them for the 3rd time. But, of course, they didn't after I made a big damn deal about it. How it doesn't happen, that's a myth, blah, blah, blah. You're more likely to win 3 than not. Of course, they don't do it. But, yeah, thanks for being on my side, brother. He said he agrees on Auburn. Have 9-1 on them to make the Final Four. Oh, nice. Cha-ching, my friend. Tailed the Cubs over, but caught 8.5. Whee! Yeah, that You could add 20.5, and that would have still been a good bet. I watched Lynn throw in person for the Twins last year twice. My takeaway: never ever bet Lynn on the under. I agree. I saw one Lance Lynn start last year as well, and yeah, not in person, that is, and yeah, not good, dude. Not good at all. That's a shame. He had had some good years with the Cardinals. That train has left the station, and he also had the Duke under. Kyle Z had the over 8.5 in the White Sox game. Me too, brother. I actually got it down to 8 in that White Sox Royals game, and I thought I was kind of sweating it there when they no hit the Royals for the first 6 innings. And don't even get me started. Don't get me started on whatever the guy. His name escapes me. I want to say Galipo, but it's on the pitcher for the White Sox. He's got an ERA of over 6 against the rest of baseball and 2.25 against the Royals. That is absolutely no shit. So yeah, we had to sweat that for a little while, but ultimately the Royals eked out just enough, and White Sox did it for us, as that ended up, I think, 6-3. I know it went to 9. So yeah, nice call there, Kyle Z. Also had the Spartans on the money line. Very nice. That paid a little cash there for a little positive value. Kent P says he's tailing the Texas game. Said nice call on that one, and not even close. No, that was not even close. And we're going to you're going to see that pick a lot for us. We're gonna ride the over down there in Texas, especially as the air gets hot and their pitchers continue to suck. You're going to start seeing numbers in 10.5 and 11, and very rarely is that going to frighten me. So we're going to be playing that game a lot. Get used to rooting for the over down there in Globe Life Stadium. Michael Phillips, he had Purdue +2 in the first half and over 128 on the total. Where you go? And he parlayed it. Said we're rolling today, boys. Yeah, we rolled a little bit. We did okay. Mikey B, he had Atlanta under 9. Nicely done, Mikey B. Good to hear from you again, brother. Haven't heard from you in a while. Good to have you back, and hope you're hitting some picks. I hope you guys are hitting some picks as well. Hope everybody's going to have a great day. It was a fun weekend, and we got one more to go in college basketball, and then that will be in our rearview mirror. So you guys have a great day. Good luck to everybody, and look forward to hearing from you in the comments. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.